It's your girl T here, back with another Tea Time Tuesday vidya. I know y'all are having a beautiful, blessed day because we're tea timers. It's absolutely what we do. Our affirmation of the day is I choose peace. We choose peace. We choose to have peace of mind and relax into the knowing that we get what we want and we create everything. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I had a video prepared for today, but this is a revised video. I went out with my mother this morning and because she had a shoulder surgery and I had to take her to the appointment. During this whole time with my mom, who I love very much, who I appreciate very much, I did realize, because the version of her that I've manifested at the moment is trying to live a more positive existence, trying to live more in the now, but fights and succumbs to the habit that a lot of the world has, which is always preparing for the worst and hoping for the best. And I wanted to just readdress this with y'all. Like when we were in the appointment for her shoulder, it's the doctor was telling her amazing news about her shoulder, and she was like, well, this is great, but, and this is such a trend, this is such the norm in the world, to be so focused on the possibility of negative things that we can't even see the good things that are coming our way. We can't even accept or receive the good things because our attention is so skewed and focused on the possibilities of negativity. And obviously we all know it comes from our beliefs, our things that we've experienced, the way that we've seen life go previously, being trapped in the manifestation loop of hell where we're reacting to things and then they're showing us what we're reacting to, and vice versa. The thing is, in this situation, I have to be able to take responsibility and say, I have to see my mom as the perfect being that she is. I have to always stay in the knowing that she's a perfect being. She is doing absolutely the best that she can at this moment, and accept the way that she's showing up right now, but see her as perfection, the same way I do with everybody else in my reality. And I think a lot of times when we're close to people around us, or we have a very like whether it's family or best friends or relationships, we get the rules per se skewed a little bit, where we fall into their 3D traps more than we would other people, because obviously we're close to them and obviously they know more of our history that we had in the old 3D version of ourselves. Based on that and them saying things based on that perception of us, if we haven't shifted it over, we can easily get trapped or triggered by things that they're saying. But the same rules apply around the board. When we're going through our 3D reality, we are responding to a new version of, or we are showing up as a new version of ourselves. We are selecting a version of ourselves that is perfect and whole the way we are right now. We're selecting a version of ourselves in a reality where everyone around us is loving and supportive, everyone around us is perfection, and we're perfection. So in choosing that reality, in choosing that avatar, as they would say, of ourselves, we need to really embody that and go all in and see people the way that we want to be seeing them, and see circumstances the way that they should be seen in serving us, and see any any circumstance that pops up that previously would have been an obstacle for us as a chance to grow and move forward in a different way. It's like that Seinfeld. I don't know if you guys have seen it. A lot of you are young, so you might not even know what Seinfeld is, but Seinfeld was a sitcom, and it was like, it shattered it shattered TV, because it was literally the most popular sitcom for years and years, and it was a show essentially about nothing, just little day-to-day things that, get under people's skin, and it was hilarious. And there was this one character in the show named George, and he always saw the cup half empty as opposed to half full, so everything was the worst, the most negative, everything was happening to him, not through him. And this one episode, he said, because he had lost his job, was living with his mom, things were all going in the wrong direction in his perception of what was happening, and he said, I'm going to do the opposite of everything I usually do, because if I'm at the worst point in my life, if I do the opposite must happen. And he literally did the opposite. He ordered the opposite food that he usually gets, which made a girl across from him grab his attention because she said she ordered the same lunch as him, which was the opposite of what he usually did. He explained to her that he was unemployed living with his parents. She found it refreshing. They went on a date. You see what I'm saying? If we are not satisfied with the way our life is looking right now, we're not satisfied with what we've been doing previously, what can it hurt to do things in an opposite direction? What can it hurt, instead of complaining about your parents' behavior, to go, they're perfect, whole, and complete right now. I love them. They always show up loving and supportive. When you get in traffic, you always complain about that car ahead of you cutting you off, or you always around stupid drivers. My traffic's always perfect. Everything that I do in traffic is perfect, and I'm always surrounded by amazing drivers. If you look at your bank account 12 times a day, I've done that in the past, always checking, always hoping I had enough. Instead of doing that, when you check your bank account, even if you have $5 in the 3D, how do I always have so much money in my bank account? How am I always getting wealthier every day? How is my bank balance increasing by the minute? Like, I can't believe it. Every time I check my bank account, it goes up. How can that hurt, as opposed to you checking the balance, seeing a lower balance, and making up a whole story about that? How can it hurt? I'm just asking these questions. How can it hurt if you're manifesting an SP when you get a text from a friend to look down at your phone and say, oh my God, he can't stop thinking about me. He's always texting me. Or how can it hurt when you wake up in the morning to declare that everything you wanted is already here? You're so amazed that you get to live in your dream reality. You're so happy you get to wake up every day because everything just lines up for you perfectly. You're so happy how your reality always gives you the best of the best and everything always works out in your favor, as opposed to, my manifestations aren't here yet. This manifestation crap doesn't work. How come that person got their manifestation? Oh my God, I'm doing something wrong. Let me look up a video to see why I'm doing that thing wrong. Oh, I haven't said 12 affirmations. I was only saying 11. That's why it didn't show up. Why is it not work? And then at the end of the day, complaining that manifestation doesn't work for you. Literally, we have to decide to go all in when we're manifesting, whether it's a person, a place, a health condition, a body type, a car, a house, a unicorn. It doesn't matter. It's all the same formula. Choose things that do work for you. Don't pay attention to the things that aren't working for you or haven't previously worked for you, or are making your body feel negative, or are making you feel icky inside, or making you feel like things aren't going your way. Throw those outside, or revise them, or affirm against them, or whatever way you choose to slice the cake is the right way, because you have all the power. I don't have all the power in your reality, and vice versa. Sammy Ingram doesn't have the power in your reality, and I don't have the power in hers. Create Your Universe doesn't have the power in I forget Eric's channel name, but you see what I'm saying? I'm like intertwining everybody's realities because we are the center of each of our realities. So you need to decide what your rules are, how things are going to go, what you pay attention to, and what reality you're living in all day. If something comes up and you don't like it, say that's not my reality and choose again. If something comes along again, choose again. You're doing it with negative stuff anyways. When you have something negative that keeps popping in your mind, you're jumping on that thought and rolling with it and waiting until it manifests and then saying, see, I knew that would happen. Do that with the positive. When you have negative thoughts passing through your mind, let them pass. Choose the positive ones, roll with those, and when it unfolds, say, I told you so. I knew that was going to go my way. I told you I'm always available for only good things. I told you I'm only available for good news. I told you I'm only available to hear good things. This is the game of manifestation. This is the game of life. This is how people win versus how people perceive their reality as a loss. What you cling on to is what's going to show up. What you give meaning to is what's going to show up. What you power is going to show up. If your thoughts fleet through your mind, they don't have any power. But when you click onto them and believe them as truth, that gives them power. So choose wisely. Choose wisely. Choose your thoughts wisely. Choose the thoughts that serve you. Pick the ending that serves you. Tell a story that serves you. Choose a reality that serves you. everything's always working out for you. Everything's always in your favor. Everything you see, no matter what it looks like, is always working out for you. Best case scenario, period. I love y'all, but not as much as you should be loving yourselves. Have a beautiful, blessed Tuesday. Bye.